Good morning, sir. Sorry? I could barely hear you. Hello, sir? I could barely hear you. Yeah, yeah, let's go to floor two. Do you want to have like a quick interview and I'll ask you a few questions related to it and give you a heads up on what to kind of expect to? Yes, let's go do that. It's just easier to talk on floor two sometimes too. This way we don't get interrupted. So essentially, like, what's your main interest in dispatch? Like, what brings you? Like, why do you want to be part of dispatch? Okay. Yeah, no, I get a total understanding of that aspect. Okay, and like, do you understand like that like when speaking on a radio, you gotta always speak clearly at a normal tone, not like in like any other tone than just a straight, just flat tone over the radio to make sure that you're heard clearly at all times and always in a professional manner.
Dispatcher, I need an ID check on a Mr. Heat.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. Okay, I understand you want to do that,
Stand
but
by on the orange.
let the major generals do that because you're not on dispatch. You're not working the actual dispatch shift. I understand why you would like to do that, but to role play it out correctly in a dispatcher type role, we would appreciate if you try to do it when you're doing your shift instead of when you're on the street. This way, you're not like um, you don't get randomly caught off guard, and if you just happen to find yourself, let's say, downstairs in the garage, per se. But it just so then that's what I'll explain a bit more after I ask you a couple more questions. But and normally that's how it has been set out. I believe in the like unspoken rules is that just only dispatchers and major generals respond to uh, warrant ID checks, um, just to so that it doesn't put all the stress on us. Dispatchers always having to do it. Yep. He shouldn't be speaking like this for the radio. I do apologize. No, no, well, duty's okay, but uh, yeah, because like he, I'm pretty sure, yeah, duty's DFG. So like, just to remember, just to give you a reminder. Sometimes I forget that he is, but so he's at the top of the chain, right below chief. But he kind of reminded me that yeah, like no, and that's part of the reason too is because then they can also catch people that are using improper use of you know if lobby are trying to do warrant ID checks sometimes themselves unless they're role playing it out correctly.
You got your badge.
Mother.
No, madam. He said madam, not mother. Madam. He's England. He's from England.
Okay, good. Ow, well, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. We can go on patrol together. We can do like, yay! I'm excited. Yeah, last time I seen him, he was a freshly suited officer with no badge, and they got a badge.
Awesome.
You
I'm
said what?
I'm pretty I'm pretty sure I have worked with Lieutenant Stevens before. Oh, LT Stevens, I should say. But wait, way back. I'm pretty sure back in December because I'm pretty sure you were active then, sir. Were you not? Yeah. So I started out when Red Rum was just retiring, well, ending his term, or not Red Rum. Sorry. Blah 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 blah. Straight Jacket, NRP. Yeah, Red Straight Jacket. That's the full. That's what I thought. Yeah. And then it turned to Grinch. But yeah, I don't know. Like, is he still active? Really? I missed it? No, wait, what? Yesterday? What? No, wait. That is awesome. Because, like, I get, like, I didn't really get to interact with the guy, but I did still, appreciate his guidance as a, short-term chief. That's actually awesome. I'm like, it's nice to hear sometimes when, original people come back to play, just check things out, see how things are going and changing and progressing. I know there's always kinks and works and things to do, but sometimes people take it over the edge and can't handle it. Yeah, yeah, no, understandable. And yeah, it's a struggle sometimes when you're up at the top too. Oh, so you at least became a lieutenant. That's all that matters. Wow, I like it. Well, it all depends on how you would want to roleplay yourself, right? That's all how you perceive how you feel your character should act, and how you, well, I guess how you feel most comfortable, I should say, acting your character. Some people, do have two characters in one city, which is I feel kind of difficult. Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of servers. Holy crap! I only have like maybe 5 different servers. but I have like two brothers in the server. Sorry. So I was like, no. Uh, okay, so I'm just gonna move on to the next question. Are you available to work the hour shift that dispatch that we try to work at least once a day? Well, that works as well. So the hours of availability that we asked, currently on schedule, like I just kind of had the schedule of like 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock Eastern time. You said, so how many hours ahead? Yeah. Once I'll add you to the dispatch chat this morning, and it's just a kind of our general chat, between dispatchers. Let's say, hey, like I got to do something tomorrow. I won't be available to do my shift. I actually haven't been doing my shifts lately because I've been trying to discuss things, and I just haven't. I've been sending Star a message because yeah. Like I'd rather talk to her in person on the game, but I haven't been able to catch her. No, I totally understand. um, but yeah, so like 10 till 1, because 1 o'clock is the hiring time. That's when hiring starts. So 1 till 3 we're closed, and then 3 till 6 o'clock we're open for dispatch of hours, and then 6 till 8 we're closed, and then 8 till midnight. So midnight, so it kind of you can probably base it off of that. If you're 6 hours ahead, that'd be 4 o'clock in the morning till what, midnight? So 8 o'clock at night for you. 4 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. Does that sound all right? Well, that's the thing. Like you don't have to do it like all day per se. Because like it is better to sometimes be out there on the field, but it is nice to have the proper usage over the radio. Um, I do understand. Like you probably have like quite a bit of experience in the PD within dispatch. I'm guessing. Oh, okay, okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, so like you have, a good understanding of how to address most scenarios, because sometimes there may be multiple call outs over the radio, and you got to address certain people like in a certain like certain adjustment per se, which I totally, totally believe that you have an understanding of that. Okay. Yeah. Yes, for sure. And sometimes like lately that's been happening quite often, which I'm hoping to get on top of, is officers. Um, well, actually, it happened even tonight earlier, where there's a major general speaking on the radio for all Green Zone members to return to PD to regroup. And during that whole message, right in the middle of it, an officer called out saying suspect in custody en route to PD, when I'm also trying to get on top of that, I feel like that is not an urgent call and should not be on the radio. Even though I understand a lot of officers do it, a lot of higher ups do it, but I'm gonna speak to make sure with Star that we can start like maybe get on top of things like that. Proper. Yeah, so actually, that's what I've been doing. Well, actually, a couple weeks ago, that's what I was doing. It was every time I ran dispatch, I wrote down kind of what interactions were going on over the radio, what type of scenes, like what happened on the scene, if officers dealt with it. I should get more into that weekly reports, and maybe we could start with that dispatch because that's I'm trying to just grow it at this point, right? So like you don't really have to focus a whole lot on like I don't know. It's hard to say. I can say though, like ho- I I try to suggest this to most people that do run their dispatch shift to make sure that you try to have a quiet background. This way, it's you're always heard clearly over the radio, and they're not trying to double hear what you have to say. But then again, sometimes I feel like some officers can't always hear people over the radio because of background noise per se. And that's why if you see me running dispatch, you'll notice that I do follow up with a flobby chat 9 times out of 10, depending on the message. Yep, yeah, the ambient noise and the sound effects. It's something that we're trying to get on top of too. Like I feel it's easier if we just pull the officer aside to announce, like mention it to them. But yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping to like do at some point is like have workshop, like a radio communication workshop of some sort where we could do in-house training and then out as well as out in the field training so that, when there's a bunch of officers on scene, how to coordinate who's speaking on the radio and who like how to understand who should be using the radio more frequently than others per se. But it's a work in progress that idea, but it's something we can definitely talk on more, maybe even over the weekend. Like since you're yeah, I'm definitely gonna make you a part of the dispatch. I'm gonna add you to the chat and whatnot, and we'll maybe see about getting a meeting going tonight or tomorrow. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I totally understand that. Well, considering I actually I only talked to you like what 8 hours ago. I feel like that I just kind of caught on to part of your schedule, so I kind of understand. I feel like it would more than likely be about 8 o'clock, which would be 4 o'clock your time. That's my guess. Maybe 9:30. That's usually when we have it. Oh yeah, yeah, no worries. Like I don't even know if it'd be Saturday or Sunday. I'm just gonna message Star right now and actually talk to her about it and see if she could even work that out. And then we'll just get together with everybody since we have quite a few numbers now. I think there's about 6 members. 2, 3. four, yeah, 5 members. No, that's everything for right now. Because I imagine like you have a good use, like good understanding of different 10 codes, different Floppy codes. Um, Usually what we do for like new people to like dispatch, we have them sit with us in dispatch to get an understanding of how to respond to calls and all that such. But um, like like I said, like I kind of remember you NRP from before, and as well as you did just mention that you still have experience from the dispatch and whatnot. So I'm not gonna really worry about that. Besides that, it's just more so of signing you up for an hour out of those hours that I gave you. I'm going to send that to you, probably actually as a personal message. It'd be easier, and then you can just let me know from there. Like, okay, on these days, I'm okay working on this hour and or this hour. You can rotate it to whatever you please, right? Like, I want to work with you guys to try to make it easy so that you get time out in the field, but not having to be stuck in the office all day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, just give me some time here. I'll send that little invite over to the group chat, and then send you a personal message of the time frames, and then just let me know from there because pretty sure 3 of the time slots are taken up, like 10 to 11, which would be the 6 o'clock shift for you. Yeah, for instance, what I usually have, actually, I'll just describe it to you. What I wrote out, um, just give me a moment. Okay, badge 160, resuming dispatch, cover shift slash the best dispatch in Homeland. That's what I put. Perfect. I'm guessing you took the floor one workshop. It's because of your it's because what because of previous experience. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is totally understandable. It's just yeah, it's just confusing a little bit because like I thought they were implementing something, but I guess it makes sense because yeah, like you said, like it's because of your previous experience. But um, I don't know, like did you experience it with the cadets though? That because it is a lot different than it was. But then again, I at the same time you do have the proper role play experience, so I don't really see an issue with it. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory, but you gotta address every citizen, yeah, just like an everyday citizen, no matter what the circumstance. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, I have no issues with it. It's just, like, because of the recent changes that they're trying to implement with some of the units, I totally get. So, I have no issues with their decision, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not that hard. Like, it's funny when they always try. That's the thing though. And I'm surprised, like, if it was an XPD, because I probably even know who they were. But like, that's what surprises me is when it's an XPD officer going after a badged officer when they sure as hell should already know that that's what 99% of these citizens suspects do is they go after the badged officers because they know they're inexperienced. Or they assume. Yes. Sorry. Thank you. Right. All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Um. I'll send out over those invites. I'll see you throughout the day. I don't know if I'll be logging off here to do a couple things here soon, but I'm gonna take a 15-minute break and I'll be up here in the station. Welcome aboard, sir. I'll let Star know that I had an interview with you, and yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, I don't think she'll ever really leave dispatch. She enjoys herself in dispatch.
Requesting 1032 HPPD route
Copy that. It's
under the bridge.
4-1 just opened 25 minutes ago, so I understand that. Yep. Yeah, sounds good. See you. Yeah, see you
Active
soon.
1030. HPPD route. I can give you guys or I am on the bridge. One more 1099.
The fuck?
I don't even know who gives a shit right now.
Sir, leave the area. Leave the area.
It's a crime scene, sir. Leave the area.
Let me go other side.
It is level 15 AK-47. That guy have. Holy shit.
207, code for PDH route.
Sorry.
Morning.
Oh, I'm gonna go talk to someone. Hey, Mr. Steven? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. Can we talk? So how
Good.
can I talk?
Hello, good.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about I have been, yeah, before I wanted to join, the army and the police. So I was told I had to wait. I think 3 days. So I decided to join the army because I couldn't wait 3 days. Like that is gonna take forever. And I kept coming back. I kept coming back, and there was no one, ready to, do anything. So I just decided to leave. So I wanted to ask how much do you get paid and the ranks and everything. Yeah, right. 6,000 in how many minutes? 10 minutes. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, and so what are the things you do? Like, what do you do? You know, I mean, like, what are the things you do? Like,
Dispatch,
have
this
you
is
been
batch
to
150. I arrived.
the military base? Have you been there? Like, it is pretty boring out there. So I just want to like, I want to retire and like just do something else. So that is what I mean. Right. Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy. That is what I want to do. Like I want to go places. I want to like like do things and not just like be stuck and like in the military base and just like go around the base without like anything going on. So yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Like I want to do something else. Like I want to like I have fun. When necessary. Like I want to like go on, like ride, drive and like like arrest people because you cannot arrest anyone in the military base. You can just all you can do is just like, kill, like tell people not to like, come around the base. Like, you can like, argue and it takes like forever for you to like, get, to, the position where I am right now because it is like you have to, like do a lot of, like walking. So yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, so um well I might like put my retirement up so I can get retired and just come check if I can like join the police and see what I can get. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I've been I was a cadet for like about 2 weeks. I was a cadet for about 2 weeks. I kept going on, like going around, like the city, and not, like I was waiting to get, like sworn in, but that never happened. So yeah, you know. Oh, 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 great, great, great. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna, like put my retirement up so I can, like get out there. I mean, just do something else. Yeah, yeah. I really appreciate. You want to shake hands? Yeah, I really appreciate that. So I'll be right back. I'm in like a few days. If I get, retired soon enough, I'll be right back. Yeah. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. You too.
Nope. Stupid. What's that? What's that?
Gucci, no.
Ma'am, do you need any help? My name is Pichabi West Coast Police Department, batch number 225. You have right to remain silent. Anything you do or say can be used against you. You understand the rights I just read to you. I'm gonna pat you down. Anything individual, back of your hands, remove all the items. And at the moment, may I see your identification, please, ma'am? Okay, give me 1 second.
Hey, where are we going?
I need to check with the warrant ID, ma'am. Give me 1 second, okay?
Is that what this is? You think I'm a criminal? You think I have a warrant? Think I'm wanted? Like,
Dispatch, I need ID check with name with floppy. Okay, ma'am. So you're under arrest because you trying to hit my officer. It will be 1.11. Assaulting public servant on duty. It will be automatically added by the state. And the 3.2, that disobeying the lawful orders. We told you to leave the area. If you don't have anything, you fail to leave the area. And also you have 2 felonies, ma'am. So
yeah,
uh,
I know.
yeah, okay, so I'm gonna start in the pats down again, and I'm gonna booking your processing, ma'am.
Man, you a AP Muppet, boy. Hey, hold on, man. I'm finna turn myself in. I got 2 violations.